What's up? Coach Ryan Fanley here from the Fat Loss Solution. Today I've got part 2 of a series for you called How to Make Ground Meat Interesting and Boost Your Health While You're at it. So as I mentioned in the first part of this series, ground meat is awesome for fulfilling a lot of dietary needs. It's convenient, it's easy to make, it's easy to prepare in bulk, and obviously it helps you get your protein goal in. Now, I'm also a big fan of combining it with vegetables to not only enhance the flavor and make it more interesting and make it easier to eat day in and day out, but also to boost the health properties of it. So last time I talked about a few of my favorite vegetables to put and cook in with the ground meat. Today I'm going to talk about a few more. Now the first one is probably one that you're already using, the plain old boring onion. Now onions can add a lot of flavor and a lot of kick to ground meat, but they can also add a lot of kick and flavor to your health. You see, this basic white onion is loaded with polyphenols and flavonoids that help combat cancer, cardiovascular disease, and even diabetes. Now, don't let the inner fat kid in you come out and think that you can drink a 2-liter of Coke and eat an onion and that'll prevent you from getting diabetes. It doesn't quite work like that, but nevertheless, it's a good option to have in your toolbox. The next one that I really like, that's kind of a superstar, is portobello mushrooms. Mushrooms add a lot of flavor, especially if you saute them in butter first, if you're on a low-carb plan. And they're very easy to make, but the health benefits of these are pretty awesome. So first of all, what's interesting about portobello mushrooms is they're high in CLA, or conjugated linolenic acid. Now CLA is normally found in high-fat dairy products, so things like full-fat cheeses, ribeye steak with a full strip of fat on the side. So it's interesting that it's found in a vegetable, essentially, or a fungus rather. I guess it's not a veggie, it's a fungus. But portobello mushrooms are high in CLA. CLA is awesome as an anti-inflammatory agent. It's actually even been shown to help out in arthritis in animals. But more importantly, CLA is huge for fat burning. I prescribe it oftentimes even in supplement form for people on a fat loss plan. So it can never hurt you to get enough CLA, or conjugated linolenic acid. Again, portobello mushrooms here. Next one is our little friend garlic. So garlic adds a lot of kick to a lot of dishes, as you guys already know. But what you may not know is that there's some pretty cool properties with garlic that's just coming to light recently in research. So we have cells in our body called fibroblasts, and these fibroblastic cells are used to create ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, things like that, and they're also used in wound healing. Well, fibroblasts under certain metabolic conditions can actually create new fat cells, or adipocytes. Well, the cool thing about garlic is new research is showing that garlic may inhibit the conversion of fibroblastic cells to fat cells. So basically you could potentially inhibit the number of fat cells you're making by adding some garlic to your diet. So I add it to pretty much everything. I cut it up. I go through something about this size probably once a week, or even quicker. So I eat a ton of garlic, good for you, and adds that extra health benefit. The next one, and the last one that I'm going to talk about today, is horseradish. Now this is a basic horseradish, I'm trying to say that 10 times fast. This is a basic grated horseradish in vinegar. It doesn't have any additional chemicals or anything like that, so this is a good option. But horseradish is used in a ton of different remedies. It's been known to act as an antibiotic. It's been known to bring down inflammation. It's been known to act as an expectorant, or basically something that removes phlegm from your body if you're ill. If you don't believe me, try this out. Next time you have a cold or you're stuffed up, go to a sushi restaurant, take a big hunk of wasabi, and you won't have any snot in you anymore. It'll get rid of all that. That's the expectorant side. But the big thing about horseradish that I like for fat loss is that it contains glucosinolates, which glucosinolates are chemicals found in vegetables, lots of them cruciferous, things like broccoli, cabbage, but also horseradish. And what they do is they detoxify estrogen and help cleanse your liver. Well, horseradish has almost 10 times the glucosinolates as something like broccoli. So you often hear me, you may have heard me before, recommend that people take DIM, or diindolylmethane, for fat legs and fat butt. Horseradish has 10 times the diindolylmethane as broccoli. So it's a good addition to any fat loss plan. Again, mix it in with your meat. It's going to give you a little bit of kick, all right? I've got to warn you on that one. Don't overdo it the first time. It will give you some kick, but it tastes good, it adds some variety, and it adds a ton of health benefits. So that's it for this edition of Making Ground Meat Interesting. Hope you learned something today. I'll see you on the flip side. God bless.